Fancy doing a bit of work?
Yeah?
Only there's a couple of lambs missing their mum.
Is she dead?
Yeah, they were born.
My mum died when I was born, didn't she?
Yeah. Shortly after, in an accident. You know that.
What was she like?
I've told you before, she was smashing. And she was so proud of you.
Was she like Sarah?
Yeah, a bit. In looks, anyway.
Did you row with her all the time, too?
No. And there'll be no more rows with Sarah. I promise.
She changed her mind just like that. Why?
I didn't ask. We don't exactly talk that much. She said she wanted the divorce to go ahead. I said, fine.
You don't think it's because she's betting young Dave?
No.
Well, whatever the reason, let's get cracking. Sort out an offer.
I am doing.
I'll handle this.
No, you won't.
Come on, lads. You can't even bear the idea that she might be having an affair. You're letting emotions get in the way.
It's my marriage we're talking about.
No, this is business. I'll come round to the cottage tonight with something suitable for her to sign.
Morning.
Morning, Dave. Dave, Kin just rang. Can you take us some feed over to the stables?
Yeah?
Always been a three-man job, eh, Lambing Jack?
It's been more like a one-man job this year, Ned. It won't be forgotten.
But you're sorry you missed this, huh? I know lambing's hard work, but it's best time of year, innit?
I haven't missed it. I've had lamb of my own.
All right. Where was that?
Renting our Sam's room out already, are you? Still, the sheep won't smell as much.
It's your room we should be renting out. You're never here. And whatever he's done, you don't talk like that about your brother.
What have you come home for, any road? Do you want some clothes washing?
I wash my own clothes, ma'am. All those knickers that are in the washing basket, they're our Butch's. Get some off washing lines, don't you, Butch?
You really think you're funny, you, don't you?
No. What I do think's funny, however, is that last week we didn't have any sheep, and now we got lambs and ewes.
We were wandering, didn't know whose they were. Had to bring them home, didn't we? Yeah.
Wandering on a road or in a field?
There's enough of the village against us without one of our own putting it around that we're thieves.
Is that why you're stopping away? Because you don't want to be seen with this?
Don't ask for reasons, ma'am. Just be grateful.
No, I'm just stopping with a mate for a few days, that's all.
If it's some lad, I'll break his neck.
And why does it have to be a lad?
Well, go on then. Who are you stopping with?
With Dolores.
And what's the mother think about that?
Shouldn't have a problem about it.
You should be here, Artina, with us. It's times like this that families have to stick together.
What's wrong with your own home?
No, it's just that Dolores is dead handy for school, all right?
Her schooling is important, though, I suppose.
Ma'am, they're on holiday. School's broke up a fortnight back.
It's so strange. It's like I'm not dealing with my own son anymore.
Well, all being well, he should be back to normal before you notice it.
Trouble is, we don't know what long-term damage has been done.
All we can do is deal with what we see. Has he shown any sign of opening up at all?
No. It's as if he's taken a vow of silence.
I can't imagine where he gets his stubborn streak from.
He did mention one thing. He said he'd looked after a lamb.
Was he telling the truth?
I don't know. Tried asking him about it, but he clammed up. I didn't like to push it.
Maybe he'd talk to me.
But if he won't talk to me or Sarah...
There are times when it's easier to talk to someone else.
Yeah, well, in that case, maybe you'd tell him how much we love him.
Oh, I think that one's best coming from you and Sarah, and as often as possible.
Ah, flaming out. What do they want?
Pound of flesh. We needed their help when we were looking for Robert. They want happy family snaps, that's all.
No chance. Hey, you lot! This is private land!
It'll only take 2 minutes, Jack. Either that or they'll pester you all day.
Come on.
He was so pleased, I thought he was going to kiss me. Subtlety's never been Chris's strong point. If he was that eager, I'd say you're in the driving seat. So, you reckon I should go for the shares? That's where Chris's real wealth is. And you'll definitely buy them from me. I don't want to be left with a load of paper that's worth nothing to me. Don't you trust me? If you were a man saying that. I still don't understand why you want them, though.
If anything happens to Frank...
Yes, but surely you'd get everything.
I honestly don't know. Frank always said I'd be OK, but I'm not sure he thinks I could run the business.
Yes, but you've proved you can when he was ill.
Yeah, it doesn't mean to say he had to like it, though. I think Frank hopes against hope that Chris and I can become bosom pals.
So if you've got some of Chris's shareholding...
It would give Chris less of a power base within the company.
And if Frank did leave all his shares to you, you'd have control of the whole shooting match.
Yeah, I suppose I would.
Never thought of it that way.
Looks like you've got a visitor.
Mr. Tate asked me to bring some feed down.
Oh?
Said you'd rung and needed it straight away.
Kathy, do you know anything about this?
No, sorry.
Where do you want it put in?
I presume Kathy's help will do rather than mine.
I don't need help, just directions.
Right. Kathy?
I need to get this finished.
Well, you better follow me then, David.
You're not the only ones with work to do, you know.
We'd just like to say thanks for all your help, and I hope we can get back to normal now.
Just one more, please.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I go back down to the lambs now, Dad?
Of course. Would you like to show them to Wendy?
You can feed one with the bottle if you like.
Oh, that'd be smashing.
You are honoured.
A nice your mum and Dad. You frightened them, you know. Is that what you wanted to do?
No.
Everybody was worried. A lot of people went looking for you.
I know.
I bet you were frightened a bit, weren't you? Do you know a lot about lambs? I bet if you went to another farm or somewhere, the farmer would be dead impressed by lambs, you know.
Why should I go to another farm?
Oh, you didn't like it here, like... Well, like when you ran off.
I'm back now, though. And I can help Dad and Ned. So that's all right, isn't it?
So come on. Do I get the gory details, or are you just going to keep me guessing?
Nothing to tell. I like things simple. Dave thinks I'm stringing him along.
And are you?
Depends what you mean. I thought we were mates. He wanted more.
Name me a man who doesn't.
Kim, under normal circumstances, I'd fancy him like mad, but just at the moment. That's why I told Chris he could have his divorce to get things over with. And I might have a clue whether I want Dave or anyone else. Because right now, I just don't know.
You ran away again? I didn't run away. I was on a secret mission.
You weren't. Everyone knows you ran away.
Can you keep a secret? Cross your heart and hope to die.
Of course.
Shut your eyes. That's my army badge. I'll need it if I go on another mission.
When?
Not until I'm given secret orders. Until then, I've got to stay on the farm and pretend to be ordinary. Like you.
She's using you, mate. She picks the best-looking bloke she can find, apart from me, just to rub Chris's nose in it. And then when she's finished doing that, she'll start backing off. You've been had, pal. Or rather, you haven't.
No, she's mixed up, that's all.
Yeah, and you're just soft, that's all.
What's that?
Is it just a gift, or have you been on a course to learn how to ask stupid questions?
Yeah, marriage to you.
Oh, you've remembered we're married, have you?
She needs a shoulder to cry on, just point her in my direction.
I don't want these here. They're ordinary. I wanted slimline.
You just said bitter lemon.
I said slimline bitter lemon. Now take that crate back and bring me what I asked for.
Right, that's it. I've had enough. You want slimline bitter lemon, you go and get 'em. You could do with exercising more than your big stupid gob.
you were a dog, I'd rub your nose in it for what you did out there.
That's what you see me as, isn't it? Somebody to be trained or put down.
If only you were a dog instead of just a prat.
And you can stop talking to me like that. There's no audience here.
No witnesses, you mean? Go on, then. Blow it completely. You're only still in a job because of me.
Aye, that's what you'd like me to do, wouldn't it? Give you a slap so you can go out there and show it off.
I don't need to show people anything, Terry. They know just what you are.
Aye, the man who got us in here. Me, my name. I'm the celebrity, sweetheart, not you.
You're not a celebrity. You're not even a has-been. You're a never was. And just remember who kept us from getting booted out of here.
Aye, and I know just how you did it. Batted your eyelids and waved your chest at Turner.
You're only jealous because people like me. They can see I don't put an act on like you.
Right, that's it. I'm going to get this sorted once and for all. And we'll see who's really boss round here.
Where do you think you're going?
Britt, could you come and lend a hand, my dear? It's getting very busy in there. Oh, and will you ask Terry if he'd bring up some more slimline bitter lemons when he got a minute?
Oh, by the way, have you found out where Robert was?
They don't know, but I do.
Oh, yeah?
I can't tell you, though. It's a secret.
Oh, you can share it with us, though.
I promised.
She don't know nothing. She's kidding us.
I know I was on a top-secret mission with the army.
Is that what he told you?
It's true. I've even seen his top-secret badge.
Great return, sir. Another game for you.
Gerald, hi.
Oh, hello. Terry, didn't know you were a member here.
I'm not. Could you spare me a minute?
Now?
Well, I've come to Skipdale special. Your secretary told me you'd be here.
Do you mind, sir? Don't think I can manage another game anyway. This better be good.
Oh. Afternoon. Do you realise what you're wearing?
I know. Lousy colour, isn't it?
It's mine, you little cow.
Oh. Do you want me to take it off?
Yes, this instant.
Only I'm not wearing anything underneath, you see, and Biff might walk in.
Oh, you've nothing to worry about on that score. He doesn't fancy you in the slightest. I think it's the mouth, you know. The fact that it's never shut.
Oh, and besides that, of course, he's madly in love with you. Or at least you think he is.
I don't think.
I know. That's painfully obvious, Jess. Otherwise, you'd realise he's just having you on.
Yeah, you wish.
I don't wish. I know he's just keeping you sweet because Luke's begged him to.
You lying little...
I know it hurts your tiny little mind, but try. Luke's petrified that you're going to go squealing off to Mummy and Daddy.
I know what you're doing, Tina. Luke might not be able to see what a vicious piece of work you are, but I can. You're just trying to split Biff and me up. Well, it won't work because we love each other.
Who are you trying to convince, you snotty mare? Me or yourself?
I'll see you in the sauna, sir. Where the devil couldn't you make an appointment?
It's important. Creeping your way to the top of sea.
Why do you think that is any business of yours? Now, what's so important?
The wool pack. It's going down the pan.
Oh? When I spoke to Brit, she said how well things were going.
Oh, she's never been much of a businesswoman, has she?
Well...
You see, the thing is, I could do with a move. Somewhere a bit livelier, you know, in the city. After a few weeks in Emmerdale, I could see why they find sheep attractive.
What does Brit think about this?
Does that matter? Put us in a place of my own.
You don't realise, do you?
Eh?
Without Brit, I wouldn't put you in a caravan selling soup and sandwiches in a lay-by. She, my friend, is the beauty and the brains in your little partnership.
You took us on because of me. Because of her name. A rugby star.
Who are you kidding? Half the Farsley side didn't know your name. The ones that did knew better than to pass the ball to you.
You're pushing it, mate. I could
Shut it, Terry. Now, as I was saying, you're only working for the brewery because your wife is. We like married couples. It promotes a friendly atmosphere. But if that marriage turns sour, then we may have to choose one or the other of that particular couple. And I think it's slowly getting through to you which one we'd choose, isn't it?
I could have gone to a bigger brewery. I still might.
Don't let me stop you. But if by any remote chance Brit feels the same way as you about leaving the wool pack, tell her I'm sure we can find her something a little livelier. Her choice. Now, are you intending to follow me in here as well?
going to tell them or shall I?
OK. An official announcement. As of tonight, I am a fully fledged resident here.
Oh, excellent. Welcome to the pleasure den.
Yeah, thank you. So how much do you want for the kitty?
Oh, £10 will be fine.
A tenner? He's the only one earning.
Yeah, well, I don't get that much, but if you think 20 will do.
No, 10's enough. It's 10 more than some people contribute.
You mean?
No, I was referring to you, actually.
I don't live here.
No, you could have fooled me.
Well, everybody else seems to.
Look, how about if I put 10 in now and 10 if we need it later?
Yeah, that sounds great, Biff.
No, that's not fair.
Jess, it's all right, really.
Look, I still think she ought to put something in the kitty.
You know I would if I could, don't you, Luke?
Yeah. And it's OK, Jess. Anyway, who's cooking tonight?
Well, according to the rota, it's Miss Sulky over there.
Yes, well, how come you're on that rota if you don't live here?
Because I want to do my bit around here, all right? Listen, just because you got more money than me, don't think
Look, that's it. I'm not cooking, not until she puts something in the kitty.
All right, then, you got a deal. I don't put anything in the kitty, and you don't try to poison us again like you did with that salmon spread that was past its sell-by date. Honestly, all that education, you can't even make a sandwich. Hey, we could go to the Woolpack, Luke.
Oh, yeah, you can afford to spend money in the pub.
Well, if it saves me having to listen to you whining on Jessica, it's money well spent. I'll go and get ready.
Well, at least it'll give us the place to ourselves.
Oh, look, you really think I'm in the mood after that?
How was I to know I'd catch him with his boss?
Well, you ought to try sucking up to somebody other than girls in the bar sometimes. Do us more good than having a barney with him at his club. Now, we managed to keep your stupidity with the whiskey quiet. Now there'll be alarm bells ringing all over the brewery. Well, come on, what did he say to you?
That was between me and him, all right?
No, anything you discuss with Gerald Taylor involves me. It's always me that's dealt with him before. We agreed that, remember?
I know just how you dealt with him. Same as you deal with any other bloke.
Oh, you've never complained before. You were always delighted at how I could twist him round my little finger.
Yeah, flaming tart.
Reg, ready for the fray? And Terry, we need those bitter lemons, the slimline ones, don't you?
I'm sorry about that earlier, Jessica, Luke. It's just she hates me and she makes me all defensive.
Oh, don't worry. Jessica's always had a pretty sharp tongue.
I would like to put something in the kitty, though. I wouldn't feel so bad about stopping over so much then.
Oh, there's no need to feel bad about it.
A fiver, maybe. Please let me.
Well, if that's what you want.
The only thing is, I meant to ask my dad for some cash this afternoon, but I forgot.
Oh, I told you, it doesn't matter.
It does to her, though, doesn't it? I tell you what, you lend me the cash now, and I'll pay you back later.
Hi, Jan. There's the rota for next week.
Thanks.
Have you found out where Robert's been yet?
No, he's just not saying. Wherever it was, though, it seems to have been well looked after.
What, and there's no sign he's been interfered with or anything?
No, definitely not.
He's a lucky lad.
Oh, well, I think we'd all given him up for dead, really.
That's the dangerous secret missions for the army.
What?
That's what I told Donna.
Well, when was that, then?
This morning. Saw it as secrecy, but of course the first thing she did was to tell us.
Did she say where?
Wouldn't tell her anymore. Didn't want her just thinking he'd run away. Cheers.
Yeah, okay. Oh, Britt, it's for you, my dear.
I'll take it in the back room.
Bitter lemons, slimline.
Now that she's agreed to a divorce, we've got to sound grateful. Make it seem like we're offering her a fortune. If I offer her 80...
You think she'll accept?
She might, you won't. You want to see her paid off fairly. So, you push me up to 90. Show what a good chap you really are.
I'd hate to negotiate against you, Dad.
Yeah, so would I.
I am sorry, Gerald. No, don't worry. Well, yeah, he is like that. You know, it has been a long time. Tomorrow? Yes, I can handle Terry and Alan. And you as well, if you play your cards right. I'll look forward to it.
Terry, the bitter's off. Would you put a new barrel on?
Ah, you shouldn't have bothered.
No reason why we can't be civilised about all this, is there?
Absolutely.
Of
Chris.
Now, I think the one thing we don't want is for a lot of solicitors to get rich from all this. It is a family affair, after all.
I think you could have chosen a better word than affair, Frank, even if it is appropriate. How is Rachel, Chris? Looking forward to joining the Tate dynasty?
She's fine, thanks.
Good, good. I think you're right about solicitors, Frank. After all, I can trust you, can't I?
I hope so. That's why I want you to have half the value of this house, say 40,000, and that's top market, mind, and another 40,000 in cash to cover Chris's other assets.
80,000?
Yeah.
I don't think that's really enough, Dad. I mean, Kathy did put her own life on hold after my accident. I think we shouldn't forget that.
Oh, well.
Let's make it 85.
You were right first time, Chris. Not really enough, didn't you say?
I'm being generous, but to keep things from getting acrimonious, why don't I say 90?
Because, Frank, 90's nowhere near enough either. After all, Chris is a 1/3 shareholder in Tate Holdings. The property alone is worth, what was the valuation last year? 2.3 million? Then there's the new golf course, another 850,000. Now, if you move on to profit projections, the holiday park should clear 210,000. Mind you, the heritage farm only 11, not nearly as much as it should. Then there's the farms.
Hang on a minute, Cassie. Where have you got all these figures from?
You're not telling me they're inaccurate.
I'm telling you nothing.
Do you want me to continue, then? Sandwiches, gentlemen. Your mouths are wide open. You could do with something to fill them.
Where the hell has she got all those figures from? Your computer?
No, she hasn't got a clue how to use it.
She didn't have a clue about your assets either, according to you.
Be Dave Glover. He was looking shifty in the office.
No, he would know where to find those figures. And could he read a balance sheet?
Tell you what, Frank. You and Chris go away, think of the number you first thought of, double it, add 9, that sort of thing. Until you reach what? 250,000? Then we might have something to talk about.
How much?
Oh, I think you've got a better head for figures than I have, Frank. And in the meantime, I'll tell my advisor what you've offered. We both enjoy a good laugh.